Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. The beta ends in 2 days. Well, I think it's 2 days since the game comes out on the 22nd. I think it's the 20th today. Yeah, it's the 20th today, and the game comes out on the 22nd if I'm not mistaken. So I think we've got 2 days left of beta gameplay. Anyway, I wanted to jump in and make a video of my experience of the games so far and how I feel. Okay, so let's jump in. Let me start by saying, right, okay, about 2 years ago, me and my community, VM, we were more or less scratching our heads on what game to play. Like, there were no Warhammer games out at all, and the games that were out, for example, Space Marine, were just, you know, they were okay, but they had so many problems online. You couldn't really dedicate like a full play session online because of all the lag issues and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, like over the past year and a half or so, there's just been an explosion of Games Workshop licenses, which is a fantastic thing. But you have to pick the diamonds from the rough sometimes. Like there's been some great games, there's been some okay games, there's been not so good games, and this one I went in. I didn't expect too much of it because it looked too good to be true. And from my experience within the gaming community, when something's too good to be true, it more or less is. So I went in with this not expecting that much, and all of a sudden I just went, do you know what? Right, I'll jump in the campaign and do the campaign. And you can actually see this video on my well, I've got to upload another video as my first gameplay of the game, and just the opening credits with the Abaddon and all the story and stuff. I was speechless. I was absolutely speechless. I think up to that point, well, that point alone, I was like, this is the best Warhammer in I've saw. It's it down story wise. This is what I want from Warhammer game. Then it went into more details like Admiral Price, stuff like that, and you know the orc introduction with the song and the orc ramming and stuff. And I was like, what the hell? Where does this come from? I did not think this game would have a campaign like this. And I've only played I think it was 3 missions. You played the prologue and 2 missions, and that was it. And I was wanting more. I was wanting more. It was that good. It was that good, and it was something that myself and other people have been wanting for a long time. An absolutely fantastic single player game where you're immersed in the Warhammer universe properly. Like, you know, it's that grimdark feeling. Orcs are orcs. Orcs are brutal. Even though, you know, they have that humour in them, orcs are supposed to be brutal. And it's shown that, you know, they go in, they ram, they just smash you apart. The ships look incredible, you know, all mismatched shape ships, all scrap metal, all just put in and just all smashed together like orcs should be. Chaos again, Abaddon, just back to his badass ways, his like evil, angry voice. You know, he just wants to rip everyone apart. That's Abaddon for me. That is Abaddon. You know, he is basically the grim dark in 40k for me. He's the person that brings all the darkness. As well, me as an Imperial player, he's the thorn in our side. You know, it's all Abaddon. If Abaddon's not around, I think we may have some control, but we're not. But he's around. Okay, moving on from the campaign, which I am looking forward to so much. I cannot wait to jump in and play that. You have 2 options in this multiplayer beta. You have the solo skirmish and the multiplayer. I'm not going to go in start speaking about balance and stuff like that because that's something that takes a huge video. And to be quite fair, I'm not one of them people that can take apart like classes and stuff and do it properly and do it justice. There's a lot more people on YouTube you'll see who can actually do that better than me. So for now, I'm just going to basically speak about what I like and what I would like to see. That's all. So solo skirmishes. I think for the solo skirmishes, overall it's good. You know, it puts you into the game. But I would like something where you had like a custom game mode where, for example, I could take the most biggest, bestest ships and just play around. To be quite fair, just play around, have some fun, and not worry about anything else. At the moment, it's one of them things where you're logging on for a solo skirmish, and it's more or less like playing online a bit because you have to worry about all your ships and, you know, which ship to take like that. Where in an offline kind of sense, I prefer to make like custom games and custom matchups. Like, I would love to just sit down and put like battleships and line ships, just as many points as I can, like a custom point limit, say like, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000, something mad, so you have a huge naval engagement. I know it's going away from the board game in a sense, but having stuff like that, I think, would, it will just add that bit more fun to the game, where you can just go in and then just create those huge naval engagements and just go in and film it and then post it to YouTube, make videos and movies and stuff like that. All the fun stuff like you see for the Total War series and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff could be added to this game, which could make it lot more fun for the actual player. It's the same with the multiplayer. Now, I understand with multiplayer that you have the whole rank scenario, which is completely fine, which it's great as well. Your ships costing renown to bring back, and you have to be careful. You have to warp your ships out sometimes because it can get too dangerous, and you will suffer in the long run for that. But again, I would like a custom game mode in the multiplayer, not ranks, because I completely understand, because people could abuse and probably will abuse it. Just a custom game mode where you can take the biggest and bestest ships and just smash other people in the face. Again, set point limits, maybe set rules and stuff like that, like you see in the Total War series. This game, for me, even though it's Battlefleet Gothic, it could be bigger than Total War in a sense, because you've got so much you can put into this game at this moment in time. There's so much you can put in to add to the player base, who can have so much fun. So yeah, custom games, I would love to see that in maybe a future update patch. Maybe the devs are planning that, I'm not sure. Hopefully we'll see that soon. Another thing that I'd like to see in multiplayer as well is bigger player battles. I think it's 2 versus 2 at the moment. Again, I never played the board game, so please excuse my ignorance if I'm getting stuff wrong. I never played the board game, so please excuse that. But when it comes to multiplayer games, I do like to go against as many friends as I can. Something like maybe what Dawn of War did, where it was 4 versus 4. I think they had 8 altogether, so 4 versus 4. So you and 4 friends can make custom games and just go in, with huge point counts and just have huge naval engagements. How incredible would that be? That would be absolutely fantastic. You can just witness it already in your mind if you think, these huge naval. Look, already, if you're looking on the screen now, this is only a small game. I think this was a 300-point game, and already you've got like ships all over exploding and stuff. Imagine this when you've got you can set like your custom point limit and had huge battles. Obviously, I know there's a whole sense of the hardware optimization, but allow players to do that. If your computer can't handle it, or people's computer can handle it, you'll get players making the games to their standards then, and then the community decide what point counts to play. Again, this is not multiplayer, this is all custom, so hopefully we'll see some kind of custom games added in the future. The ships themselves, what can I say? The ships are incredible, absolutely incredible. I've been playing more or less Imperium fully this patch, and there's sometimes where I just put my camera down and just look at a ship because it's that gorgeous. I unlocked my battleship. It's the biggest ship you can get for the Imperium, and I was just in awe when it was actually deployed on the field. I didn't think it would be that big and that aggressive looking, if that makes sense. When I actually went online and I played people, they were just running away from me. And that's what you want. You want people to be scared of your big cruisers, your big battleships and stuff like that. The effects as well, all the effects, all the plasma bombs, everything like that is absolutely spot on. The explosions, when a ship explodes, it just looks absolutely incredible. I did not expect this game to be as good as it is. I really did not expect it to be as good as it is. I was going in thinking, alright, this game's going to be okay, but it's not going to be mind-blowing. I've more or less played this game non-stop since it went on to the beta launch, and I'm hooked. I'm completely hooked. So far, it's probably been my best 40k game I've played. It's a tie between that and Eternal Crusade at the moment. They are both utterly fantastic. It's just completely mind-blowing. The Chaos ships, and I know, like I said, I never really played Chaos much this patch, but the chaos ships themselves with the marks and stuff like that you can do are absolutely incredible as well. You know, you've got the Zinch, you've got Korn, you've got Nurgle. They all just look and feel like they belong in the 40k universe. I know that sounds stupid, but you know, you get in some of these 40k games that don't look as though they belong there. You know, it just seems a bit off, even though, you know, they're trying to base it off stuff. It just doesn't seem right. This just looks incredible. I cannot go into detail on how much. Cannot go into detail how much this game looks incredible. It's just as simple as that. It's absolutely an amazing game. Getting away from my awe of the game, it adds so much. Like, even the ships you're leveling up have perks. Every ship's different from. Even though you have the same line ships, you can make them completely different from each other with the upgrades you can get, the crew you can upgrade. Everything's based on a level system when you play in, obviously, solo skirmish and multiplayer. So, like I said before, you have to be careful. You don't want to put your best ship in a bad position, because next game it could be heavily damaged, it could be destroyed, or it could even be lost in the warp. But obviously you can upgrade certain things to calm it down. Like if you upgrade your crews, I think it's a navigator, then you can, you could not get lost in the warp that much. You can buy more hull points and stuff like that. And the more your ship levels up, the more stuff you can get. So it's like each ship is an experience on its own. Each ship means something. Like there's some games where I play where I lose stuff and I just think, oh, that's it, I have to go, I just have to log off, and I'm down now, I'm down, I'm depressed. But this game, it makes you want to get back on and get that ship back. It's like, I lost a ship, I lost my flagship once, and I was like, right, you know what, I'm not leaving until my flagship's back in action. I've taken it onto the battlefield again, and I've demolished an enemy, and that's it. And this is the kind of thing that I haven't really had in a 40k game before. It's making me want to come back. It's making me want to fight, and it puts, in other words, it's actually putting passion inside of me to fight. I know it sounds stupid. It may sound stupid to people, but it makes me fight. I'm very wholeheartedly an Imperium-based fan, and I love the Emperor. He is a god among, well, he is technically a god now. There's so much debate about that, but let's not get into that. But yeah, it's basically, it makes me want to jump on and play. I know I've read about a lot of people complaining. Well, I will not say complaining. They were just a bit upset that the Eldar and the Orcs weren't in this beta test, which I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's down to Des for that. But I did get to play one game. This was one game because I was actually out that week, but I got accepted in, I think it was the PTT, it was called beta, and I actually got to play Orcs. And for people who have been saying they want to see Orcs, I'll tell you right now, Orcs in this game are absolutely brutal. I mean brutal. I was basically taking like Orc fleets, and you had all these players going against, and they're all trying to range me. I just ran my ship into them and tore the ship apart. They were that brutal. It made you just want to wah. That's what it made you want to do. It was that brutal. It was that just. They've captured every race as it should be. Imperium is very Imperium based. Chaos is all that chaos, all the magic and like war and very brutal assaults and boarding craft and ripping apart. Where Imperium's more, as they are. Eldar, I never played Eldar, so I can't really give feedback on Eldar. But the Orcs were absolutely fantastically brutal, and I'm actually torn whether to play Orcs or Imperium. I know that sounds absolutely heretical, but that's where I'm at in this position, because Orcs was such a brutal and fun race to play during that beta. I was like, okay, I don't know what to play now, but we'll decide that when the actual game launches. Oh, and that's another thing. I've actually been playing this on Twitch, people been in the chat and stuff like that, and just the little touches where you can name your ship, you can change your colour of your ship. I know you can't change the colour of your ship yet because it's not in the patch yet, but stuff like changing your name of your ship. And I was gonna start out in multiplayer with having a complete Mechanicus themed fleet, because I thought, why not, you know, get it all techie. And do you imagine just going into a game and just having like fleets based, like, alright, I'm having an Inquisitorial based fleet, I'm having a Space Marine based fleet and stuff. I'm going against these people and stuff like. You think, wow, this is so cool. I'm going against the Space Marine based fleet. This guy's like AdMech and or mech based fleets. I cannot put in. I'm so, you can probably tell my voice and how happy I am for this game. It is really, really, really fantastic. There's probably a million things I've missed in this video, but it's pushing on to 16 minutes now of me just talking utter 40k nonsense. So I'm just going to end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. I recommend you go and get this game if you're a 40k fan. You will not be disappointed. RTS and 40k themed, this is probably the best on market game at the moment. You'll absolutely love it. I mean, absolutely love it. You have my guarantee that you'll love this game. So go out, get it, play it, and I hope to see you online. And if you're Chaos, I will purge you with vengeance. So thanks. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.